Welcome to another episode of Kurdistan This Week, where we bring you the latest in the Kurdistan region from NRT Studios in Somani. Controversy hit the New Generation movement this past week, resulting in a primetime statement from movement president Sashwar Abdulwahid on NRT's Tautway interview program on Thursday. In a statement on Monday, several lawmakers from the New Generation caucus in Baghdad said that the movement was in danger of becoming a political band that lacked cohesive decision-making and that its leadership was mixing business and family with politics. Several movement lawmakers in Erbil released a statement supporting their colleagues, while the leadership responded by saying that such matters should be handled internally. The situation escalated on Wednesday when New Generation lawmaker Shadi Nozad said that she received a text message from someone close to Abdulwahid who threatened to blackmail her by releasing a nude video. The leadership denied the allegation and said that Nozad was a victim of a coordinated effort by the Kurdistan Democratic Party and the Patriotic Union of Kurdistan to discredit the movement. Early on Thursday, several people affiliated with New Generation were arrested by the security forces in Somani, which was condemned by the movement. In a nearly hour-long interview with NRT on Thursday, Abdulwahid said that the movement would overcome the controversies and contradicted the Baghdad caucus lawmakers, saying that his family was not involved in internal decision-making and also denied that the movement was responsible for the threat received by Nozad. He reiterated that he believed that the KDP and the PUK had engineered the situation in an effort to undermine New Generation, saying that he felt betrayed by the lawmakers for leveling the criticisms. Member of the PUK's political bureau, Saad Ahmad Pira, said on Wednesday that the agreement forming the new cabinet of the Kurdistan Regional Government will be signed next week. He indicated that there would be two vice presidents and said that they would be seated 15 days after the president was elected by parliament. It was unclear whether the legislation to reactivate the presidency, which has already gone through a first and second reading, would need to be amended by Parliament as a result. A member of the PUK's Leadership Council told NRT Digital Media that the party had agreed not to reveal the names of their candidates before the agreement is signed. The Goran movement is also expected to participate in the government. Federal Oil Minister Tamer Gadban said on Thursday that officials from Baghdad would meet with authorities from the Kurdistan region to discuss issues related to oil exports from the Kurdistan region, as well as the budget agreement. Gadban said that studies were being carried out to increase production capacity from the Kirkuk oil fields by 50% from current levels. Relations between the federal government and the KRG have been tense over the last 5 years, not least because of disagreements over oil revenue and exports. In return for 12.67% of the federal budget, Erbil is supposed to transfer 250,000 barrels of crude oil per day to Baghdad, but has not been doing so because it says it must fulfill obligations from pre-existing contracts. This has caused some consternation among politicians in Baghdad, and this round of talks is likely designed to decrease tensions. Wednesday marked the 45th anniversary of the bombardment of Qaladiza by the former Iraqi Ba'ath regime. On April 24, 1974, Ba'athist forces shelled the town north of Somani with prohibited weapons. The University of Somani, which had transferred operations there earlier that year, was also targeted in the barrage. Nearly 200 people were killed, including students, while many others were wounded. Some of the injured were carried across the border into Iran, where they died. Local residents and families of the victims held a commemorative ceremony at the cemetery where the victims are buried. Residents told NRT Digital Media that the government had still done little to rebuild the town and to support the families of the victims. The Kurdistan region is facing a shortage of a hemophilia drug that clots blood, complicating treatment for those who have the disease. A patient named Mina Majid told NRT Digital Media that she has the disease and needs tonsillitis surgery, but hasn't been able to undergo the procedure because clotting agent factor VIII is not available. Hemophiliacs naturally lack an important protein which has a coagulating effect and enables wounds to heal on their own. The drug simulates the protein and helps to prevent major blood loss during medical procedures. Her father told NRT Digital Media that the treatment is very expensive and that he could not afford to send her abroad for surgery. There are more than 300 patients with hemophilia in the Kurdistan region, according to statistics from the Kurdistan Hemophilia Society. Finally, the region celebrated Kurdistan Journalism Day on Monday to coincide with the 121st anniversary of the publication of the first Kurdish-language newspaper. The newspaper Kurdistan was first published in Kermanji in Cairo on April 22, 1898, beginning a long and varied history for Kurdish journalism. The government and civil society organizations spent the day honoring the work of journalists with a number of award ceremonies. Thanks for tuning into this episode of Kurdistan This Week. If you'd like more information on these stories and others, check out our website, nrttv.com/en, and be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.